All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. This is just a quick overview of my Horseman 6x12 system. This is gonna be just like a quick overview of these components, how to put together the camera, and just how about how cool this system is and why I believe it's the best medium format panoramic camera ever made. I mean, I would say system, because it is a beautiful system. As you can see, I got two bodies right over here, and there's a small variations. Interestingly, you see like the bubble level is a different color, even the lettering has a different kind of ink. But anyways, the body is pretty simple. It's just a plate. You see that there's a little bit of velvety padding going on. Some holes to reduce the weight. That's my assumption. And you get these holes where you can pretty much hinge and attach the film back like so. It just locks down as a guillotine with this button right over here, which pops up on the back, and this is going to be the closed locked position. This is unlocked, and you just unlock it by pressing on the bottom of the body. Nice rubberized grip on the side, and pretty sturdy, I would say. You have a couple of loops here for your strap, neck strap, shoulder strap, because this is a very compact camera at the end of the day, and you can just really use it handheld, and it's gonna be fine. It's very compact. It's pretty much as big as a DSLR, like modern DSLR. Anyways, I got two bodies because it's just the way it is. It's fantastic to have this kind of system with two bodies. This is the SW6x12, which likely means super wide 6x12 centimeters, which is the panoramic format that this camera is capable of making. So I'm just gonna put this guy away for a second, because we're not gonna need two. I'm just gonna show you how to set up and put together one body. That's enough, I guess. But so let's go ahead and check the other components. That's the body. Then of course you get the film back, and because this is a system, you have different backs you can choose from. So for example, this is a 6 exposure 120. So this is a 6x12 back. This is a 6x9, as you can see from the aspect ratio going on, and it's actually also like physically smaller. Is currently loaded with some delta 3200, and you see, pretty compact when you use the 6x9 back, and I believe there is a 6x7 as well to be used on this camera. So fantastic options already, having different backs to pop on the back of your camera. So you got the body, you got the film back with the dark slide, which is in like that, and it works like pretty simply. You open it like to the side, you just open the door, you pull out the let's say the film holder, and you just load the film. I'm just gonna do a separate video on how to load the film, and then you just pop it back into the back. You just lock it, and you just mount it like so on the back, and just make sure you push down both of these pins and they pop up on the back. So you have your body with the back mounted at this point. Then you're gonna have to pick a lens. So there's I believe 6 lenses available for the system, and you can of course just buy like a focusing helicoid, for example, with the cone, which is this chunk and this chunk right over here and adapt your large format lens. So that's wonderful. So you can, if you have already like some old large format lenses, you can actually buy just the cone probably for around $500, and you're gonna have your 6x12 plate cone with the helicoid to be mounted on the body. All right, so I currently have this selection of lenses, and these are all original. So you can see Horseman, this is the 45 millimeters, which is 110 degrees overall coverage for this lens. So this doesn't mean that your picture is going to be 110 degrees wide, because of course it depends on the back that you're going to be using with this body. So 110 degrees, this guy right over here, 45 millimeters on a 6x12 is going to be like around 22 millimeters. Then there's like an even wider one. This is, sorry, no, the 45 is going to be like a 14 millimeters. This is going to be the 35, right? Yes, which is kind of like a 12 millimeter. So ridiculously wide lenses. In fact, look at the depth of field. Like, for example, you shoot at f16 and you get down to 70 centimeters. This is ridiculous. One of my favorite lenses ever, because it's so wide. So 35, 45, you get a 55 that I do not have because it would have been kind of like too close to the 45, and there's the 65 millimeter right over here, which is kind of like 28, 20, no, sorry, this is the 20, right? Yeah, that's the 20, 21, something like that, 22 tops. And again, 105 degrees for this beast. And one of my favorite ever, this is the 90 millimeter Grandagon, 102 degrees, and this is gonna be around, I would say, 30 millimeters, in that ballpark. This is a 6/8 lens. The other are, I believe, all 4/5, right? Yeah, this is 4/5. You get a 4/5 and another 4/5, and there's another, I believe, a 135 option also from Rodenstock that you can get for this system. So 6 total lenses to my knowledge, and other that you can adapt to your liking. So for example, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick the widest of the bunch. This is the Grandagon from Rodenstock, made in Germany. These are just exquisite lenses, like really high performance tools, and it's very simple how it works. This guy has a Copal 0 central shutter. You have the speed right over here. You can just control them just by rotating. Sorry, let's just exactly by rotating this ring. Okay, you select the speed, cock the shutter, and you release it right there. This one also has like a lock to prevent accidental exposure. So this is gonna be the one we're gonna just put on the camera like that. Pretty straightforward. You get 4 screws. Don't tighten one all the way before having just placed also the other into the thread. So here you have like your, I'm just gonna put these guys away so we have a little bit more clean table. So we got the lens, we got the body, we got the film back. Then there's gonna be a choice of a finder, and in this case the finder is gonna be one of these two. Of course, I got, as I said, 2 bodies. We're gonna use this fella right over here, but as you can see, all these all these lenses, they come with matching finder masks. So you have a mask that you have to mount for every specific lens, which is a clever way to not have a zoom finder, which would have been amazing. But this system is kind of like slow. It's not ideal. You have to change the mask, and actually I'm going to show you how it is done. So you just unscrew the top part of the finder, and a ring is going to come off. Very long thread. So you have an indented, very nicely done mask, and then you have to find your mask. In my case, this is the mask that I made because I got the 35mm with no mask. So I ended up just building this. It's not like perfect, but it's fine. I mean, it works, and this is what I need to do because this it's very, very needed. So I just found on internet like a picture of that specific mask. I printed the outline just like that and mounted on a thin foil, so to make it a little bit thicker, and then just cut out and mounted on the finder. I mean, kind of like looks legit. It's not perfect, but who cares? It works. So you got the right matching mask to your lens mounted on the finder, and then you just pop the finder right into the cold shoe, which has a spring to prevent the finder to fall out. So just like that, and it's locked in place. You have to open this, pull down, and pull back to release the finder. So you got the body, you got the film back, you got the lens, you got the finder. What else you're gonna need? You're gonna need a center filter, obviously, because these lenses, and I got a couple right over here. I got a 2-stop and I got a 2.5 stop. I'm just going to use the 2.5 stop, matching the lens to eliminate the vignetting of the lens. So these are very expensive and rare filters to find and acquire, because they're just rare, and very expensive, because they were handmade. So how this works is that you have pretty much a filter with a, I don't know if you can see, but at the center you have a reverse vignetting effect, pretty much. So it's darker in the center and just goes neutral towards the edges to eliminate the vignetting of these super wide lenses, guys. This is insane. Super wide. Anyways, this is almost ready. We're just missing this fella right over there. I'm just gonna need a coin. So this is a lens guard, which is, look at this. This is pretty clever. They color coded the lenses to the length of the lens guard. This is pretty clever, guys. So it is a sandwich and it works with just a screw like so. So in this case, you can just do something like, oh yeah, no, because I mounted the center filter, which is something you're likely supposed to do after, because it's just bigger, so it has to stick out. So my bad. So you want to do something like this. So this guy is in. Here you go. So just screw that in. This guy is gonna be like that. So just grab a coin, do like this. And just tighten it, not too much, I mean, don't leave it loose, because this guy actually is where you can even like grab your camera from. That's how I pull it out from the bag, from the lens guard, which at this point I just screwed it in too much. So we can just do something like that, because this is a very short lens. So I just want it to be, I would say something like this. And you have to remember, when you do this operation, make sure that the lens is focused to the infinite, because of course it's just going to be protruding. So if you left it outside, you're going to retract it, it's going to bang up against the guard. And here like so, you are able to mount the center filter on the front. So this is your camera, ready to rock and roll, ready for adventure. And as I said, it's pretty compact. You can handhold this thing. I mean, you load it like that, you just aim, you have your mask custom made, and just click it. It's wonderful. So another thing that's pretty cool with this one, if you want to visualize like, so this thing just rotates. If you want to visualize like a vertical shot and you have the camera, for example, mounted or whatever, you can just use it like that. And another cool thing is that the round cutout is going to give you the ability to check the bubble level. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, from the finder, so you can actually compose and be leveled. Pretty clever system. Also, another pretty cool thing about this guy is that, for example, you load a roll of black and white and you want to shoot some color, just pop in another back and nothing's gonna happen. So you have your camera like that and you just, boom, change your back. Nothing's gonna happen. You have a dark slide. So this is not possible, for example, with a Linoff 6x12, which is a fantastic camera, lovely, like built like a tank. But that's a limitation you do not have with the Horseman. Another limitation you have is like the ability to change the lenses. Some 6x12 they come with like 6x17 with fixed lenses. So in this case, you can swap lenses and shoot different lens mid-roll. You don't need to wait for the roll to be over to swap the back, swap the lens. So it's a pretty cool system, I have to say. The finder is extremely bright, very nice. The only thing is that when you have a, for example, 90mm, look at that. Look at the size of the mask. All right, so it means that this finder is like, I don't know what, 10mm using all the field, but as you can see, this thing is just gonna mask everything else. So it's gonna reduce actually the area that you are gonna see. So it's like a passive, it's not a zoom thing, you just put a mask on. So, I mean, it's not perfect because this means that it's gonna be tiny. So for example, if you buy like a 28mm, for example, finder for 35mm film camera, whatever, it's going to be probably bigger than this guy. So I'm considering then just going to have to mask off with some duct tape or whatever to make it match the 6x12 format. And I could be good to go even with a lower profile, so a little bit less weight. I don't know. I'm just thinking and just rambling here. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys how to put together a Horseman SW612 and just to give you a quick overview of the Horseman system, because I believe it's one of the best medium format panoramic camera on the market. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.